People think a home is just wooden walls. They're wrong. A home is a heartbeat. And when someone tries to steal it, you feel the pulse go cold. I woke up that morning to a digital ambush. My phone vibrated like a wasp nest, family group chat exploding with confetti emojis, clapping hands, little hearts. In the middle of it, a single message from my cousin Leah: "We're taking your cabin this summer." Everyone's excited. No question mark. No please. Just a decree. A swarm of thumbs up followed, laughter emojis, can't wait, from uncles, aunts, people who hadn't texted me in months. They weren't asking. They were claiming. 8 hours later, their convoy of SUVs wound up the mountain road, engines growling, kids screaming over playlists, coolers clanking. My sanctuary, my one quiet place, about to become their playground again, but this time, I wasn't a doormat. This time, I was ready. I built that cabin plank by plank with money nobody thought I'd ever earn. Every nail hammered down another sneer, every stone laid another insult to rest. Once, years ago, I'd invited them up. Back then I still believed family meant shelter, not storm. I pictured firelight flickering against their faces, laughter echoing through the trees. Instead, Leah mocked my rustic decor. My uncle whined about the beds. My aunt asked why I hadn't bought something closer to civilization. By the end of the weekend, I was scrubbing their dishes, invisible in my own home. That was the last time I opened the door. So when Leah's message arrived this summer, it wasn't a surprise. It was a trigger. A confirmation. They still thought I was background noise. They forgot I'd learned to fight without lifting my voice. I didn't argue. No pleading texts. No empty threats. I just typed sure. Have fun. But 3 months earlier, I had installed something new. Not curtains, not furniture, a system. Motion-triggered locks. Hidden cameras in the pines. A control panel on my phone that could turn convenience into power when their cars rolled in. I watched from my apartment miles away. The iron gates clanged shut behind them like the last chapter of a book. They laughed, hauling their luggage up the steps, already calling dibs on bedrooms. Then the first flicker. At 9 p.m., the kitchen lights cut out. The fridge sealed shut. The Wi-Fi disappeared. Phones turned to useless bricks. They stumbled in confusion while the cameras caught every expression, wide-eyed, indignant, small. By midnight, the doors sealed. Magnetic locks clicked. Windows that once swung open wouldn't budge. My cousin's husband tried to pry one loose with a chair. It didn't even rattle, and then, my voice filled the cabin. Calm. Unshakable, comfortable. They froze. Leah's color drained like a photo left in the sun. You didn't ask permission, I said. You just decided, like always. Someone muttered about calling the police. I almost laughed. Go ahead. Explain how you broke into a property you don't own. Show them your texts. Silence swallowed the room. I didn't keep them trapped for long, just long enough to peel the arrogance off their skin. By morning, I restored the power but left the water off. Nothing humbles faster than thirst. At noon, I unlocked the door. I expected a stampede. Instead, they trickled out, heads lowered, the summer they'd stolen dissolving in their hands. Leah tried to speak. Her voice cracked like glass. You can't treat family like this. I let her words hang. Then I answered, quiet, final. Family doesn't invade. Family doesn't take. You showed me what I am to you. I'm just returning the favor. 2 hours after they'd arrived, they were gone. 8 hours back down the mountain, cars heavy with resentment, silence thicker than their laughter had ever been. I stayed in my city apartment, sipping coffee as the cabin cameras reset to stillness. For the first time in years, the air there was mine again, untouched, sacred. The fallout was fast. In the chat, they tried to paint me unstable, overreacting. But I uploaded the footage, Leah announcing the takeover, their laughter, their faces when my voice came through the speakers. Neighbors saw. Friends saw. Suddenly, I wasn't unstable. I was justified. Their reputations cracked in places no apology could reach. I go back to the cabin now alone. The rooms they tried to claim echo differently. The silence is cleaner, sharper. I don't need their approval. I don't need their presence. I needed them to understand one thing: the door is closed. The key is mine, and the next time they think about taking what isn't theirs, they'll remember the sound of my voice in the dark, not shouting, not begging, just a heartbeat reminding them whose mountain they tried to climb.